Hello friends, I'm Kia, the Loving Channel. This is your Daily TLC. Before I get to today's card, let's just take a moment to connect with our hearts. So if you will close your eyes for a moment, I'm going to close my eyes as well. And let's take a few really nice deep breaths. Just some gentle and full inhales and exhales, letting all the tension in our bodies go. The shoulders relax, the stomach relax, connecting with the floor, the seat, and wherever you are right now, and just giving ourselves a moment. And in this moment, I would love for us to focus on our heart. Feeling some energy glowing in that area and letting it warm up, heat up, expand. Just fill the space around you with this beautiful energy from your heart. For me, it's like a warm fire that sort of, emanates out. So just let the love inside of you grow. Let this chakra energy expand right now. And if you can envision green and pink colors sort of floating out in all directions, this beautiful energy of love. And since this is unconditional love that we're connecting with, I would love for you just to feel into its softness, how strong but also gentle unconditional love is. The presence of it always within you, always a part of you, because it's your core, it's your truth. So just recognizing, enjoying the sensation and the warmth of the love that is in your heart. And just let it expand a little bit further out through the rest of your physical body. And then let it come a few feet out, maybe 2 feet out of the range of your physical body energetically. So you are literally sitting with me right now, each of us in our own beautiful bubble of unconditional love. Okay, so now that we have connected with the unconditional love within us, let's talk about today's card. So today's card is from the Sufi Tarot deck by Ayeda Husain. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. And the card that came up is card 16, Minaar. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly too. It's the Tower, and it came up upright. And that's always so interesting. The Tower is often a card that people are worried about getting because it usually represents sudden and unexpected change. But what we often forget is that with sudden and unexpected change, so many other opportunities appear and show up. So if you think of this idea of a big tower being cracked by lightning and breaking open, suddenly things are open, things are revealed. It reminds me a little bit of sort of yesterday that this is a process. We're moving forward. Even more things are now being revealed and exposed. And when they are, so there's a few different things that I'd like to talk about around this. So one is acceptance and surrender, right? Which is always so easy to talk about, not the easiest thing in the world to do. But we really can't control the external circumstances of our lives. The events that happen, they happen. We do our best. We can maybe control smaller things, but when things like the Tower shows up, they're often larger changes, and we usually don't have control of those. But what we can control, which brings us of course back to this beautiful glowing heart presence that we have, is how we experience, how we feel about the experience that we're having. How do I phrase this? Our foundation, right? The foundation that we stay in while we're dealing with whatever this situation is, whatever this circumstance, whatever this experience is. So today, or in the last few days, or in the next few days, if something appears suddenly, I would love for you to take a nice big breath or two and receive it with acceptance. Surrender to the external circumstance. Don't fight it. Just acknowledge it, allow it. And then from there, and this is the other part that I wanted to talk about with this card, comes grace. How can you, with grace, acknowledge, work through, and sort of pick through the rubble, right, of this broken tower? How can you, with grace, accept this change, move through it, pick which pieces you would like to continue to bring with you on your journey as you move forward, and what things are you actually really glad and relieved that have been cleared, that you've been able to let go of. Because oftentimes when great change comes, it's brought to our attention and awareness, that actually wasn't serving me, it wasn't for my highest good, and now out of this seemingly scary, abrupt change is an opportunity to release, to let go. So how can we do that with grace? Staying centered in our heart, staying centered in love, knowing that change is change, and it doesn't have meaning about the truth of who and what we are. We don't need to identify with it. We just accept it, surrender to it, and do our best in the moment. So maybe that's more what I'm asking of you, what I'm asking of myself too today. As you move through the rest of this day, whenever something comes up, how can you accept it, receive it, still do your best to stay in that space of unconditional love for yourself, for the situation, for those others who may be involved in the situation? How can you practice that? And know, please know, my friends, love is the truth of who and what you are. All these outer circumstances, which include our thoughts and feelings, ideas, emotions, the truth is this beautiful soul that's within you, this love, this core of love. So if you can, try to remember that as you move throughout this day. It will hopefully help you and keep you connected, and it will help you move with grace to, I don't want to use the word solve, but to interact with whatever the circumstances are with ease. There you go, that's the word. With as much ease as possible. So that is my wish for all of you today, that no matter what shows up for you, that you allow yourself to stay heart-centered, and you trust that whatever is revealed, there are all these goodies hiding underneath, and that you allow yourself to stay in the love that is the truth of who you are, and that you let things be easy. Change does not have to be devastating and horrific. It can be it doesn't have to be a breakdown, right? As they say, it can be a breakthrough. So here's to wishing you a beautiful breakthrough today. And of course, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for joining me.